Hello and welcome to this week's Octavator Plays. So on this week's episode I'm going to talk about this. This is a copy of a Big Muff ram's head. You get these on Music Thing, the usual site. I get them off. Like any Big Muff pedal, it comes with sustain, tone, volume. So let's plug it in and give her a go. Okay, so straight away let's talk about a few of the problems I had with this pedal. I chose to go for a non-drilled enclosure this time. I downloaded a template off the Music Thing website, but the pots didn't line up, and neither did the foot switch and LED. So you have to kind of squeeze it in and make room and bend the pots themselves on the board. This PCB itself, the pots are actually soldered onto the board rather than a wire from the pots to the board. So it makes it tidier that you don't have a load of wires kind of floating around the place inside the pedal, but it kind of made it harder to fit into the actual enclosure. Okay, so let's talk about the pedal. The sound of the pedal is great. You get great big muff, classical distortion, fuzzy distortion out of it. But it's only when you get the settings right. When you drop the tone down past a certain point, it just goes too muddy. The sustain itself, you do get some great sustain out of it, I have to say that. But you really have to go to the high sustain if you want a nice fuzzy distorted sound. Volume is just great general control over it. All in all, the only problem I had with the pedal was the kind of variation in tone. So keep that in mind if you do buy this pedal. It is a simple enough build, so I could say beginners will struggle. You know, amateur pedal builders will be able to get it. It did take me quite a bit of tinkering. Okay, so the type of music I think this pedal will go great for is, you hear from when you cut down the tones, it's great for kind of doomy, doom distortion. So it's great for that kind of stuff. If you want to just give it a little crank of the tone and to leave it about midway, it's good for the nice rock tone. You get that kind of, I suppose you can kind of nail a Black Sabbath kind of sound out of it. Again, if you want to just crank up the sustain a bit and then crank up the tone, it's nice for that modern kind of garage, something along the lines of Turbo Wolf, I'd say. So I think this is a pedal is a great little kind of addition to the pedals I have. I'm sure it'll become a mainly gigged pedal. Okay, so tune in next week for a pedal review. Next week I'm not going to do a build pedal or a kit pedal. I'm going to do on the TC Electronic Dark Matter. I picked this up for, I think it was about €40, which is a great price. TC Electronic don't charge a lot for their products and you get great sound out of them. I don't know why they don't charge more. So tune in next week to give this a listen.